So back at it again. Today I'll be showing you how to put this front splitter on from this eBay kit that I purchased, just for a bit of fun and just basically to see what it look like on this car. We're doing it so it can basically revert back to stock if we need it be, if my mum doesn't like it. So that's the way we're going to go about it today. And we're also going to be putting a side skirt on as well, that also comes with the kit. In future there will be a nice ducktail spoiler on here, so yeah, just to smarten it up a little bit. It'll be interesting to see it in car shows. And the first thing what we're going to do is take these 4 bolts at the top here off. Take your headlight out of this car, of the DS3, you'll have to take the front bumper off anyways, because you can't get access to it from underneath. So as I pull this back, like so, you can see there is a bolt, and that is for your headlight. So if you need to replace your headlight like that, that's how you do it. So unclip the bumper, 1 bolt at the top here, as you can see, 2 bolts at the bottom, which you can see there, and then it's just 2 bolts for the fog light. So you take the fog light out first, unclip it. It's a pull tab, so you'll have this little tab on the inside there, and you have to get your hand behind it and just push to release. So pull up and then slide off. And if you're getting the bumper off like what we're doing, here's your parking sensor adapter. Yet again, this one's just a push in, so you push and then pull the tab out, so then that'll get out. So next bit I'm going to do the exact same on the other side, and then we'll see the bumper off. Now we've got the front bumper off, so all it was just, like I said, take those off and then it unclips from the side here. So once that bolt off, but unfortunately on this one the tag is snapped, so this one came off pretty much easier. So what we're going to do, we're going to glue it back in place as what they would usually do anyways, to make sure it ain't going to come back out again. We got some Manzori glue and we've just clamped it up, and what the plan is next will be to, once this is set, we're going to drill and put pot rivet in. So now we're just tackling the side skirt. So I've got the axle stands in the position like that underneath the car because it's a short wheelbase. So we've got one sitting on the chassis leg and then one sitting on the retaining leg. There's not many the jacking points that we want. This could focus. See if I can switch the light on. There we go. So yeah, basically we want this side skirt here clear, so we can actually get the access to get ready to pull this one out and then ready for the new one to go on. So yeah, so we got the side skirt off. So all it was just 1 bolt that was holding up in here, and then the rest just clips. You know, I think if you're replacing the side skirt with like an OEM one, I'd get these new clips here, because they do become brittle when they break, and by the looks of it you wouldn't be able to slide it one way to the other, because you can see the brackets here, there, one goes this in that direction, and then these ones they pull in the other direction. So there's no way about it. These are one-use clips pretty much anyways, but we're going to try use this marking for the new splitter, see how it looks. The side skirt built up now, so it's just four self-tapping screws going in, and then what we're going to do now is, because this is far too long to actually fit the car, so what we're going to do is just measure the sill line going from this point here obviously to the front of the sill, and then cut this to the exact size that we need. So you could get probably a hacksaw to do this, but we're going to cheat and go with an angle grinder. So we're just going to see how it goes. We're just going to always keep cutting just the right amount. We'd rather, on this occasion, we'd rather cut less than cut more than we have to, because obviously if we don't get this right, the car ain't going to look right. So we've measured it to 175 centimeters. So as you can see, I've just cut down this bit now, so we don't worry about it looking like this for now, because what I've done is just cut to where past the line is, just so then basically what we'll do is then file it, sand it, and then make it look pretty again. So after a little bit of filing and cleaning, it's a lot better now. You see, even if you cut it, you can still make it look neat after. So you just get yourself a nice file, smooth it off at the top here, and make sure it goes along that line there. So this was just like the maximum we could cut this. So, or rather the minimum we can cut this. So yeah, looks a lot more tidier now. So this is ready for the next part. Is put these clamps on to hold it in place. We got these from Wellesbourne, and they've helped us out. Do a lot. It was lined up. So here we go. Put the clamp back on.
My dad just moved it.
Yeah, he did. He did move it.
Dad wanted to line it up.
Yes, we are. Take that. Dad basically just wanted to make sure it was lined up.
You've done it?
No, not yet. We're doing it now. Yeah, happy? Alright. So I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure. There we go, because we don't want to put too much on, because obviously we don't want to damage the sill. And it's light enough so we can just push this up and then put a couple of self-tapping screws into it. But what we're going to do first is pilot drill the holes. So we'll pilot drill just using a small drill bit, which will be in here. And then that's our small drill bit that we're going to use. So we don't want the holes to be massive, and we can't get the self-tapping screws in. In theory, we thought about we could rivet this, so we're going to make sure we're going to do it both ways. So we're going to have self-tapping screws and to rivet it to hold it in place. So it should be fine. And to me that line looks sublime. So here we go then. So we're going to put a bigger drill bit in the front now, and we're just going to nut and bolt it. So just go for there.
Against that sill mat.
Perfect. So now we're going to get a 8mm nut and bolt, or 10mm probably, with a washer, and then that should be holding that out at the front there. So perfect. We've gone with a bigger washer for the bottom, and then a nut and washer for the top. So to use a rivet gun, for those that don't know how to use one, so you drilled a hole into the sill here, like that, and then you just drill it through a pilot drill. So basically a smaller drill bit goes through, and then you get the correct drill bit that fits this side of the rivet. You then put that into the rivet gun itself. You can get compressed ones. We do have a compressed one, but this is just to show basically, because not everyone has a compressor at home. So there you go, and then release, push in, release, push in, release, push in. There you go, and repeat the process until you hear a snap, which will be any minute now. There you go, and then release, and then pulls out. There you go, and that's how you do a rivet. So it's got it all nice and stable now. So that's perfect. Right, and that's this side complete, and then on to the next side. So here we are. Don't that look a little bit more aggressive? I think that looks really smart. So like I say, do some extra bits on the back end of it. And not bad for a cheap little job. It's not made it too much. In some cases you do some modifications and they just look outlandish on the vehicle. So for the rear end, there'll be a nice little spoiler coming out the back here. Try to get it as subtle as we can, and then we're going to try prime and lacquer this. So we'll try to get this to look glossy black as well, so it'll finish it off and make it look really smart. So we've just got to do the other side, and then we got ourselves a finished product. Yeah, I like it. Right, thanks for watching. If you have so far, like and subscribe for more weekly content. But yeah, that's how you get to do the side skirt on there. I don't think it's made it too chavvy, but I reckon it'll be a chavvy mobile in the future. But yeah, looks smart. I'm happy with it. Awesome.